This is my Traxxas Fiesta ST Rally, and it's one of the cars that got me back into the hobby after being out for college. And this thing has been bashed, it's been raced, it's been jumped, it's been through the mud. I've had a great time with it, and it's probably done hundreds of miles. But it's never actually been anywhere. It's never taken my dogs for a walk. It's never driven to a friend's house. It's never gone hiking through the forest. It's never even been around the block. But what if it did? Haven't you ever wondered how many miles you actually put on an RC car? How many battery packs you run through it? How far it actually goes? Where it's actually gone? I think we should find out. In fact, why don't we set a goal or a challenge? Call it 1,000 miles. What was that? So ideally, we should probably start with something fresh as opposed to one of my seasoned veterans. We're gonna need something that's durable, reliable, big enough to hold all of our distance tracking paraphernalia. It has to look good, and it has to be capable of going places. So I got one of these. This is my Carisma SCA-1E. Get it? It spells scale. So this is the 1981 Land Rover Range Rover, an icon amongst automotive enthusiasts and off-road enthusiasts alike. And we're going to see how far we can go on this thing. We're going to keep it totally stock and see how the stock drivetrain handles, 1,000 miles. Seriously? So obviously we're going to need a way to track this thing, its distance, its speed, etc., and actually where it physically goes. So I bought one of these. This is actually a bicycle trip computer. I got this on Amazon for like 20 bucks. And this is GPS and Bluetooth. So not only is it going to tell us our max speed, our average speed, but it's also going to tell us the total distance that we travel each trip. It's also going to give us the total distance that we've traveled overall. And because it's Bluetooth, I can sync it to my phone and actually pull up like a map and see where this thing is going. So we're going to keep this thing stock. The only thing that I've done, or the only modifications that I've done really, is just we're going to run it on a LiPo instead of the nickel metal hydride battery that this comes with. And I also put a light kit in it. Nothing too crazy, just some headlights, taillights, etc. Oh, and of course our trip computer. All right, guys, so we're out here at the park. We've got a long road that we can walk on. Lots of off-roading, so let's take it for its first outing. Let's turn on the trip computer here. All right. It's super windy, so I'm not gonna bore you with the details here. I'm gonna get this thing going and take it for a walk and see how far we can get. All right, so we're going. I've got it trimmed, so I'm not really even doing anything. I'm just letting it go. Just giving it a little bit of steering correction every once in a while. And yeah, so far it's doing real well. I stopped briefly to make sure that the GPS was recording, and it is. So yeah, we're gonna go for a nice little stroll. It does, I gotta admit, it does look really cool. All right, so now we're going on the actual pavement here. And as you notice, we're driving on the left side of the road because Range Rover. The suspension definitely leaves a little bit to be desired right out of the box. It was bouncing around pretty heavy on the grass, so we're gonna give it a little bit smoother of a ride here on the pavement and keep going. So it's a beautiful day, and there's actually quite a few people out here at the park, and I gotta say the reactions are mixed. A lot of people are like, what the heck is this guy doing with a little toy truck? And some people are digging it. I've been getting a lot of thumbs up and questions, so yeah. All right, guys, so we made it back. It's pretty cool. I can actually see, I can kind of see the trip computer through the back window here, but these windows are kind of glazed, so I can't actually see what it says. So let's take a look. All right, so we went 3.39 miles, and it looks like our max speed was a whole 6.4. At this rate, it's gonna be a long time before we hit our goal. So I don't know what the deal is here. The steering has pretty much stopped working. If you can see that, that's full lock. So I don't know if it's an issue with the steering servo or the transmitter. But speaking of transmitter, this thing, ugh. I know I said I was gonna keep this thing stock, but I'm really considering putting a Spectrum receiver in here so I can use my DX5 Rugged. This thing is pretty cheap feeling. It's not super comfortable in the hand, especially for, you know, a couple hours at a time. And this, it's pretty hard to drive one-handed. My DX5 Rugged has got the thumbstick on it, and it's just a little bit more ergonomic, and it's not that cheap plastic. It feels a lot better in the hand. But other than that, no issues. It was super fun. Going a whole almost 3.5 miles on the very first ever trip. So the thing looks really cool going along through the dirt, through the grass, and especially on the road. Everything seems to still be in one piece. It doesn't look like anything came loose, so right on. So what do you think, guys? Are you excited for this project? I am. You know, this is something that I've always kind of thought about, but I thought, you know, why not? Let's do it. So don't worry, I'm not going to show you the whole thing. Why don't we check back in at 250 miles, and then 500, and then 750, and then finally we'll take a look at everything after 1,000 miles. What the heck? Anyways, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. If this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found it. I like to do RC shenanigans like this all the time, so make sure you stick around. I'm gonna be posting updates along the way on my Instagram. If you're interested, check me out on Instagram. I post other RC stuff too, not just, you know, you can find me, you know, right down here. Just type that into Instagram and bam. Let me know down in the comments, have you ever kept track of how far your RC has gone? Do you know, like, how many packs you've put through it, or how far it's gone? Or maybe even how long you've owned it? Let me know down below. I'm looking forward to talking to you. All right, guys, until next time, peace.